In today's episode of the Pathway Presents podcast, I got a very interesting guest here with me today. I'm with Eryka Long, and she's heading over from the folks over at DOM360, who are basically branding experts for the automotive digital marketing industry. So they're helping the automotive industry to get their word out in the digital sphere to basically, having served hundreds of clients and, $1 million of ad spend, millions of dollars of ad spend under their belt with brands, basically, we could basically name any automotive brand and it's probably going to be one of their clients. So today, looking forward to chat with Eryka. Welcome to the show.
Hi, nice to meet everyone. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor.
Of course, yeah. So maybe give us a brief overview. What is DOM360 all about in your own words?
Sure. Well, DOM360, we are dealer online marketing, and we're actually celebrating our 15-year anniversary this year. Our owner and founder and CEO, he founded our company in 2007 in response to a need for digital marketing for dealerships. So with that, we have grown. We are a complete traditional and digital full suite, full service advertising agency. We help dealerships with managing their full digital advertising and management of their websites, helping them with their incentives and making sure that they're getting the edge and they're staying on top of their markets and their districts, along with also making sure that they're staying compliant with the manufacturers that they are representing in order to be able to advertise and get customers in to buy cars.
Very good. Now, tell us a little bit about these automotive companies you're working for. Like, are those dealerships mainly? Do they have to have a certain size? How digital do they have to be in order to, get started with you guys? Like, what's a great fit, basically?
Well, all of our customers are dealership. We do also have a non-automotive section called and Donovan. Those are for our non-automotive clients. Like we have a gym. We've also worked with a beer company. But for the most part, with our clients coming in, it's any dealership. It could be a small dealership. We have worked with real small ones that are just used lots, and we've worked with big dealerships that are large automotive groups, and those groups could be anywhere from 5 stores, 10 stores. Our largest group that we actually work with actually has 18 stores that we manage as one client. We have also worked directly with the manufacturers from a tier 1 level. Mostly our customers are tier 3, which are dealerships, but we can be able to work with pretty much any dealership. And for the most part, they come to us with their needs, and we have branding experts, and we also have account experts that can be able to look at the dealership's website, look at what they're doing, and be able to give our expert opinion on what's best practice, what's good to go with the platforms for their website, and what's also great advice and execution when it comes to their digital marketing through Google, through Facebook. So pretty much mostly we like to be able to help dealerships succeed.
Very cool. Now, how do these dealerships learn about you guys? Like, what's their journey like in order to get to know you guys?
Well, all our marketing companies, when we do our own SEO and stuff like that, sometimes that's harder because, we're competing against other advertising agencies. So, my part when I took on the role was we wanted to practice what we preach. So we tried to up our social media game to kind of have a better presence out in social media, showing, we are experts with social media and that we are an expert company. We'll release marketing e-blasts and all that to prospects, to current clients. But a lot of our clients that we come in all honesty, it's word of mouth. It's meeting people face to face. Our executive teams and our leadership teams likes to go to conferences that are relevant to our industry, and a lot of it is those people going to those kind of events and networking events so they can be able to talk to them and ask them the questions. What is it that you feel with your agency? You know, is there anything that you feel your agency is not helping you with, or what do you feel that you need in order to be stronger? It's those kind of conversations that actually help bring clients in. We also get a great deal of our clients through referrals, through our strategic partnerships that we have, not only with our clients, but with third-party vendors that are also in the same industry. They have specialized services that they do, or also with other just networking with people that are influencers in the automotive industry.
Very cool. Now, how do you think about the role of the website? Like, what role does the DOM360 website play in the buyer's journey, you would say?
Well, for definitely for our website, it's the same thing. We want to make sure when it comes to the dealership websites, that's their front line, that's their digital face of how a prospective customer is going to come and buy a car from them, or trade their car, or even service their car. So we want to make sure when it comes to websites, the information's clear, it's easy to use. We definitely want to make sure the user experience is simple and very clear and concise on what they can do, on top of also staying with manufacturer branding rules and
Yeah.
their compliance rules, because there's also lots of legal that we have to make sure we ourselves are experts on, to make sure what they're putting on the website is legally correct, on not only just from a manufacturer standpoint, but we also have to follow the local, state, federal laws to make sure we are presenting the correct information. And that goes the same thing for our website too. We wanted to make sure our website was concise, clean, and it was clear that, you know, we are a digital advertising agency. We're completely full suite, giving that white glove service. We got to make sure we give that white glove service to ourselves.
Yep, very true. Now, I would love to switch gears a little bit and talk with you about your journey as a marketer. Like, the first thing that I'm curious about is, with so much marketing content out there, right? Where do you personally feel that you're learning? What's like your go-to resources? You know, what's the, with all the noise out there, where do you personally like to learn?
Oh goodness. Well, it's kind of twofold, but one greatest thing that I have is experience and connections. So ironically, when I went and graduated from art school, I actually originally went to school to be a doctor. So kind of pulled a 180, decided to go to art school, and one of the big things I had learned with still making that transition, and even just in my career growth, was no matter what job you have, you're going to make connections. These are people that are going to help you with your path. It could they're people that you can help learn from. And one of the greatest advantages I had in my life was my sister and my brother-in-law are also designers. They own their own firm. So when I was starting out in art school, I had a great resource on top of the instructors I had at my school. I had a great resource of someone who was actually in the field of graphic design, and how they had their kind of spin of how you should be marketing, how this graphic can get someone to their goal. And that was the greatest lesson I learned with both them and through my school, was if your advertising piece, anything that you're trying to market, if it takes more than maybe a second or like 5 seconds for you to explain it, or just for that person to visualize it and understand what it is, then you really didn't execute your job properly. So that's definitely one thing I have kept with me my entire career. And
Mm-hmm.
I've brought that with me with our marketing here with DOM360. Not only also when I used to be, you know, back in the front lines, being a graphic designer, working on a team, working on clients. My biggest thing I would always talk to with my team was, does this make sense? Does this make
Mm-hmm.
sense for a customer to be able to get the best deal that they can, as clear as possible, with this dealership. It goes the
Very
same
good.
thing with marketing here too. I've had great mentors. The leadership team here is great. They have, we're always great with communicating, always great on just coming up with that idea of what's outside of the box, right? How's a
Mhm.
different way we can, I like to say we're selling an orange, but we can't really call it an orange, but we still need to let people know it's an orange. How's a creative way for me to be able to sell that or explain that without, you know, saying the same thing everybody else has said? And
Hmm.
we have executed that strategically and creatively and innovatively here with this company.
Super insightful, super interesting. As we slowly actually coming to an end of the interview, I would love to ask you a last question, which would be, if we would be moving back, right, to the days of you joining DOM360, this is now a couple of years ago, actually. What
Mm.
would be the one advice that you would give yourself for your journey as a marketer?
Oh Lord, it's been such a long time with me being with the company. And actually, what's interesting was I was at another company and I was living in Arizona, and the company was expanding and growing. They were opening up another office, our home office here in Greenville, South Carolina, but they were opening another office in Florida. And I remember I was going through my phone and I saw the LinkedIn post, and I was on my break. I'm like, yeah, what the heck? I'll try it. Right. And I applied the quick apply, and sure enough, I got the call. So I would say definitely the advice that I would give myself, if I went back in time, was definitely get the car checked out before I left, because the car broke down like a couple weeks after I got there. Um, But definitely the advice I would give is the advice actually that one of the members of the leadership team has taught me over the years was, and it was great advice, was don't ever say no, give me a solution, like give me an alternative. And that was great advice that she had taught me,
Mhm, mhm,
over my years of being in the Florida office and growing my career through the company. That would have been great advice for me to be able to just know straight off the bat. That would have been great to know anytime
mhm,
that,
mhm,
in any of my jobs that I've had, was
mhm.
you never really want to just straight up, and it goes the same thing with client relationship. You don't want to ever say no, right? It's more of, you need to be like, okay, we can't really do this, but what if we did it this way, right?
Mhm.
Finding out that creative innovation to try to curb things to where we're getting everybody's happy, and
Gotcha.
that was great advice that she gave me.
Very good. Very tangible, very applicable, very cool. Eric, I really appreciate you took the time with us today to be a guest on Pathmark Presents. I want to give you the very last word. If somebody would be forgetting all that we discussed about DOM360, what's the one advice you would, or what's the one thing you actually would tell them, if they should take away only one piece about DOM360?
Well, if it came to DOM360, we're very, very strong with the company core values, and we have a phrase for that says, "My company can do it right." And it's an acronym, but it helps with our core values, with our mission driven, our creative innovation, our commitment, our discipline, all of that, right? All of those core values is we do that to make sure our client gets the best service. They get the one-on-one white glove full service. We're completely committed to our clients to make sure not only are they getting the best product and work from us, they're also getting the best relationship from us.
Mhm.
We're very strong with our relationship with our client. Currently, right now, we have a 35% retention rate with our clients that have been with us for over 5 years. We've got clients that have been here almost 10 years. And those relationships and with our core values, building those is how, not only how we're going to grow, how the client's going to grow. That's how success is. It's through those strategic partnerships to make sure we're giving you the best service that you can so you succeed. If you succeed, we're going to succeed.
Very cool, Eryka. Thanks a lot for being a guest on Pathway Presents.
Mhm.